Hello, this is Kyle Calloway back again with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Here to talk about what late bloomers go through at a late age because they didn't get it at a young age. Now, I will discuss today about the good and bad about being a late bloomer, but it's mostly an advantage on both areas. But ones will be perceived as looked at as an advantage, but it will really be a disadvantage. So the good thing is, if you did not get whatever you want at your age, if you was in holiness, whether you was in carnality, whether it's financial or your workforce, you would get it more later, because God and even the devil will make up for what you didn't get when you was young, when you didn't get when you was in your late teens and your early 20s, sometimes maybe in your 30s. But anyway, at a late bloomer age, you get the most of everything. For instance, it might took you 8 years to achieve your financial goals, and you make the most out of everybody that works around you, even some people that's older than you, even some people that's younger than you, and even people that is your same age, because you struggle more, you went through the trenches more, you grind hard, you went through all the struggles more than people have done. But the advantages people have coming in earlier is that they start earlier. They get what they want earlier. They get what they want in the early frame, but then really slack off later on. Sometimes in life, life happens. They have their pitfalls, tosses, and ups and downs, turnarounds, but they end up coming back, and God end up blessing them. You might in holiness, you might be wanting to be a minister, and it's not your time yet, and it's still some things God wants you to learn. It's some stuff that God wants you to know about yourself, but yet you get impatient. But you just ask God, when is your time? And He might be telling you, it's not the time, son. It's not the time for you, my daughter. It's just not your time to pop. So God will sharpen you, will educate you, will have you on point, because He don't want you to be lost when you doing His work or His will. So He'll still allow you to go through some situations that will get your mind right, your spirit right, your body right, and you will be able to do the will of God and fully live out your purpose. You will be able to have different conversations with people, and you will be able to minister to people and have different struggles, and you will be able to reach people more for the lack of time you had in the past. Now, here I'm going to turn over to how, on the worldly end, on the carnal end, on the evil end, how late bloomer stuff happens. The devil might not could have get you as a kid. He might not could have got you at a young age. He might have got you in your teenage years or in your early 20 years. But now, if you fall for everything right now, okay, this will happen. You would get the same thing, because He do give you money too, like God do. He do His blessings, but it's not always good blessings. He will give you a lot of money, give you a lot of cars, and then He'll throw a lot of beautiful women your way. You know, he might throw a lot of, and if you're a woman, He might throw the same thing, and a lot of attractive men your way. But I'm here to tell you, that's not always good when you are dealing with in those areas. He might give you all the attention. Everything is on point. The talking on point. Even the love making is on point. But it's not for the good. It's for the bad. It's to get you off your square, so you can have big regrets and consequences later in your life. You cannot just be messing around with fornication or anything that's worldly and think you gonna be okay. No, it's consequences with that. It's consequences that you will have to deal with, and that your family will have to deal with, and then it's consequences of you not living out your purpose, because you spent your self time in the world getting all your fleshly pleasures instead of your spiritual pleasures. You know what I'm saying? You was not a servant of the Most High. You became the servant of the Most Low. So I'm here to tell you, you need Jesus. to get you through. And the late bloomer lifestyle is you might not have been as mature at the time, so God prolonged things so then you could become mature to accept his things at a later time. You might have made some stupid mistakes. You might have made some irresponsible mistakes. But certain mistakes, when you get older, age comes with everything, so you get the most, so you know how to handle the most. He does not want the young heads to have the most like that, because he know young people make irresponsible decisions, and they go off ego, pride, impulse, other bad traits will happen that will cause him not to fulfill his purpose. So everything God do is for your purpose, for your purpose, but so he could also get the glory out of it. He does not do anything without getting the glory out of it, because he even puts you in a hard situation so you can acknowledge him, so you can begin to come closer with him and have a better, stronger relationship with God. So God is not the author of the confusion, of where he does not lie. He is a great God, a perfect God, and he do things in decency and in order. So everything you do, God will still get a testimony about that. But also, you got to keep your soul pure. You got to keep your mind pure. You got to get away from carnality and get into a strong relationship and spirituality, so you can have a great relationship with him. God wants you to have a relationship with him. He is a patient God. He is a forgiving God. He is not a God that does not lie. But he, make no mistake about it, whatever you're doing wrong, he is not pleased with that. He is not pleased. He wants you to do better. That's why he corrects you. He chastises you until you begin to submit to him. Jesus is the way in every situation in your life. You need Jesus. You need to submit yourself to Jesus. You know, we are living in trying times, and this is not a time to be distracted in the world's mess and worldliness, and you need to get yourself close in holiness. You need to get a relationship with God. You need to get a relationship with God. You need to get a relationship with God. You know, I could stress this a lot of times more, but it's dangerous out here. People are losing their lives out here. People is getting sick out here. And the disease that's out here is really hurting people. And the corona is really taking people out. So the late bloomer lifestyle is for you to get it at a mature age. Oh yeah. And you do not want that lifestyle of sin thrown at you, because it causes heartache, curses, and pain. I'm Kyle Calloway, back with the other video to talk on how late bloomers reap. Goodbye.